It's the one question that every human being has asked, but no one has truly answered. What happens after we die? Do we fade into nothingness or awaken into something greater? Science calls it a biological shutdown. Philosophy calls it a transformation. But between those two views lies a mystery that may reveal more about life than death itself. From a scientific standpoint, death is defined as the irreversible end of biological function, the point when the heart stops, the brain flatlines, and the body ceases to sustain itself. But modern science has blurred that line. In some cases, people are brought back after several minutes, or even hours, of no detectable brain activity. So, when does death actually begin? Researchers studying near-death experiences have found that the brain can show sudden bursts of activity, moments before it fully shuts down. It's as if the mind produces one final surge, a last moment of awareness. But is that just chemistry, or something more? Thousands of people who've been clinically dead for minutes describe eerily similar experiences. Floating above their bodies, seeing bright light, or feeling a sense of peace. Science explains this as oxygen deprivation or a flood of neurotransmitters, but others believe it's evidence that consciousness exists beyond the brain. Dr. Sam Parnia, a leading researcher on resuscitation science, has found that some patients can recall details that happened while their brains were completely inactive. It's left scientists with a chilling question. Does consciousness truly die when the body does? For thousands of years, philosophers have wrestled with the nature of the soul. To Plato, the soul was immortal. Death was simply a release from the physical body. Epicurus, on the other hand, believed that death was nothing to fear, because when you cease to exist, there's no you left to suffer. In Eastern philosophy, like Buddhism and Hinduism, death isn't an end. It's a continuation, a rebirth, or a dissolution of the self into something larger. So depending on your philosophy, death is either the final chapter or just a page in an endless book. At the heart of this debate lies one great mystery. What is consciousness? Science can measure brain activity, but it still can't explain why that activity produces inner experience. The you that feels alive inside your head. Some scientists suggest consciousness is an emergent property of complex neural networks. Others, like physicist Roger Penrose, propose that consciousness might be quantum, existing beyond the brain, possibly even surviving death. If consciousness is fundamental to the universe, like space and time, then death may not destroy it. It may only change its form. Whether or not there's life after death, there's something death undeniably gives us, meaning. Knowing we won't last forever makes every moment matter. Philosopher Martin Heidegger called death the horizon that gives shape to life itself, because without an ending, nothing would ever feel urgent, beautiful, or real. Perhaps the true purpose of death is not to end consciousness, but to remind it to awaken while it still can. So what do you believe happens after death? Do we dissolve into nothingness or into everything? Share your thoughts below, science, philosophy, or faith, and let's explore the mystery together. If you love diving into the questions that define existence, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell for more journeys beyond the known. Because maybe the end isn't the end at all.